Crank My Chain. All right, Crank My Chain, open bike, presented by Tall Bike Jesus.
Amen. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. We got an amazing lineup for you here tonight to be glorified by the mighty bicycle. But let me first just give a call out to this Velo cult, this cult of bicycles that we have joined together to be. I glorify the tall bike, but all bikes be. They're glorified before tall bike Jesus. We're going to start the show off proper and right with a man who does adventures and does flight of the bicycle. Let's bring up Nathan.
All right, my name is Nathan. I was here last week and I talked to some of y'all about this big ride that I had planned on doing, riding 300 miles through the Willamette Valley Scenic bike route. And yeah, that's what I did last weekend. Yeah. So thank you. So yeah, I kind of don't know where to start today. I didn't really, not as prepared this week as I was last week. So I'm just gonna kind of tell a short story about basically, you know, what went down, and then I'll do a quick Q&A, and then we'll call it good. So Saturday, I woke up around 3 a.m. And I got on my bike, or actually I woke up about 1:30, and I got ready, got on my bike, and I headed out Highway 99 West, which is pretty much the best route you can take to get to Shampooey State Park, which is out in the Willamette Valley. And that leads to the Willamette Valley Scenic Bikeway, which is a 132-mile bike route that runs from Shampooey State Park all the way down to Armitage County Park, just north of Eugene. I had, you know, wanted to do this ride mainly just for fun. Well, not really for fun. Most people don't ride that far for fun, but just for myself. Also, I'd done it as a fundraiser to build a bike trailer. So I ended up raising about $560 for this bike trailer. Basically, it's a, yeah. And I'm still trying to, you know, raise a little cash for it. I fell a little bit short of my goal, but basically I'm just looking to build an industrial size bike trailer that will take up whole lane of traffic and maybe fit like a pallet or two of whatever you want to put on it, people, donkeys, food, probably food, but yeah, so yeah, I did 300-mile bike ride. It was basically about 100 miles every 8 hours. It was about anywhere from 25 to 33 degrees last Saturday. I don't know if you've seen any of this freezing fog. It was, you know, one of the harder bike rides I've been on. So yeah, I don't know. It's all done with and it's over with, and I don't know. I figure some people have some questions about it. That generally seems to be the thing that people want to know, is just like this or that or how or why. Like, so you know, I'll ask y'all to not be too bashful. If anybody has a question, just raise their hand and holler it out. Anybody? This guy.
So you seem to be into sort of the ultra marathon part of bicycling. What is your next big plan, if you have any?
My current plan is for 2014. There's a route across the country called the Trans-America Bike Route, which actually that guy has ridden a chunk of before. It's a 4,200-mile route, which starts up in Astoria, Oregon, and goes through Oregon, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, Kansas, Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, Virginia. And I'll be trying to do a speed record on that. So this 300-mile day is kind of I don't know, it's kind of just a wake-up call to myself. It's like, yep, I can ride my bike 300 miles in a day. I can probably ride 4,200 miles in 20 days or something, you know. But yeah, that's the plan. I like riding distances. I like doing it all self-supported. You know, there's a lot of races you can do out there where you can have a car drive along and like feed you and supply you and stuff. And it's like, that's the bike I rode down all 300 miles, no backpack, no, you know, whatever. And I carried almost all my own food. I only bought, you know, a thing of hummus and some pita bread, and 14 bottles of Gatorade. But, yeah. Right, so yeah, I spent most of the day covered in that sort of frost. Like, you know, it doesn't really look that bad, and in a sense it's not. You know, you can see people covered in way more frost whenever they're like, you know, pioneers or something or whatever. But, you know, you see all those pioneers these days. But yeah, you know, like 16 hours a day I was covered in that frost, and like, it's just kind of like mentally tough. I mean, like, I didn't, you know, I used a lot of hand warmers, those little thermal warmers. Didn't have any numbness the whole way until like probably the last 10 miles. My fingers started going numb, and I just kind of had to keep squeezing them, bring them back to life. But yeah. Any other distance-related questions? Any other? No?
Can we see how sexy your legs look after that?
Sexy my legs look. They're pretty underwhelming. I mean, they're just legs. They're not even shaved. Yeah. So anyway, I've got more of these spoke cards to pass out. Y'all can check out the website, and if you're interested in the trailer fund, you can, you know, support it. Thanks for listening, y'all. Take it easy.
Thank you, Nathan. Blessed brother be. So, last week, my fellow brethren, Mr. Zed, had shared how it is to ride a tall bike. And this week, we are going to share the next journey in that saga, and that is how one chops a tall bike and brings it from its glorious frames from the junkyard into a creation, a beast that the biggest Hummer on the street will glorify and say, "Damn, honky, that's a fine-ass bike." Indeed. And it's only cost jumping a fence, getting scratch parts, taking a welder, and throwing it all together. So without further ado, we have the Chop Shop video from the Salt Lake City Bicycle Collective in Salt Lake City, Utah.
What?
Thank you very much. That last bike, actually, it was a glorious ride. It was upside down tall bike. So basically they had flipped the frame, so all the components were upside down and you would ride it. It was a wonder. It was definitely worthy of the Velocult, for sure. So here at the Velocult, we sit and we ponder upon things and come upon things in our cranking of chains and training the crankings, and the blessed glory be. And one of these things that we have kind of worked with was their photo booth, which is a wonder to be had. Glorious photo booth of proportions. And basically you push this button, you wait, and it takes your pictures. It's amazing. I mean, but not only does it take your pictures, it sends them out to this ether world known as the interwebs, to where people can view and see them. And so we thought to ourselves, how can we use this? And we said, let us do a photo contest and make it all blessed be, and have people pose with our live from the Velocult CrankMyChain picture and have a contest. And for who posts the best picture, we are going to give them swag of CrankMyChain glory. And I hear there's a USB drive involved, and maybe we'll be able to finagle up some other procure things. So tonight, if you're feeling a little bit, if you're not feeling it, drink a little more and you'll feel it. Go take your pictures in the photo booth with our sign. The sign's right over there in the back. And we will judge your pictures. We will judge you. Tell by Jesus judges you. The other Jesus doesn't. Especially when you're riding that Huffy down the street. Oh, God. So next on our lineup, let's see our magical clipboard. Where would Tall by Jesus be without a clipboard? Unprepared, obviously. We're going to have Martina come up with a rant and a dedication to the ranting of the bike industry. Hallelujah. Give it up for her.
Okay, so a few weeks ago I decided that I would go to the National Bike Summit in Washington, and they invited me to speak at the Women's Summit about bike products. And then I thought, what do I put in my presentation? And then I thought, oh shit. And then I got truly cranky. And then I had to take a deep breath. And so basically, what I came up with, the concept of this presentation is, I give you the shitty version so I can present the cleaned up version to the Bike Summit. Because, by God, I have fire in my gut. And the thing is, so I do own another bike shop in this town. Actually, a quarter of it is mine. Actually less, but who cares? So I'm like customer service. Just forget about that. But basically, so I'm sitting there. It's kind of a family transport thingy, bike shop, and so I'm answering all these questions about bike products. And normally my mechanics say, you really have to shut up, because like the and they seriously, it's like way too loud, and because it really frustrates me. There are like the big bike companies, they give us stuff, or well, we buy stuff from them, and then there are the customers who want stuff, and it never fits. It never goes together. And well, so obviously I'm frustrated. On top of it, I'm kind of a little bit naive. And then I'm German. And you know, when a frustrated, naive German gets together, well, we had 2 world wars, okay? So here's my little rant, and again, the cleaned up version. It's going to be on the 4th of March in Washington, in a dress. Really happy, with a lot of other people. But here's the lowdown. So I actually seriously do believe that the moon landing was a big farce and is a fake, because how can we get people on the moon if we don't manage to make an XXL rain gear for women? How can we land on the moon if there is no bike trailer for 4 kids? How can we land on the moon if there is no bike trailer for kids that are larger than this? It's like, no, sweetie, I'm not the Hunchback of Notre Dame. My mom just put me in a bike trailer when I was 5. So, what the hell? I mean, seriously, what the hell? And I don't understand it, how we don't have a place like with the big boys at the big table, because obviously there are carbon fiber bikes out there where you can sit like this, and like this, and like this, and every angle of the bike is measured. Yet they don't manage to get a bike together for a woman that is shorter than 5 feet. It's like, how does that, it doesn't compute. It really doesn't work out. So here we are. We are like this big, blossoming, beautiful bike community, and there are like all these gaps in the products that are out there for us. You know, there are no bikes for women that are under 5 feet that want to take a kid on the back of their bike and that also want to put cargo on their bike. There's not. And it's so frustrating, because you get like these really desperate emails. Hi, I'm Eve. I live in Missouri. There are some hills around here. And I really, really want to take my kids to on bike to school. But see, so the thing is, you know, I'm like 5 foot, and there's a big hill, and you know, my 3 kids are like 7, 5, and 2, and I need to get them on one bike. You know, and you're sitting there and it's like, oh God, not one of those emails again. And it's literally, it's like, you know, I can tell her, it's like, dear woman, there's no way you can do that. Please revert to your SUV. But then I have my pride, because how can I tell this woman not to go on a bike? You know? I mean, there is just so much, and I want to be positive. I so really, really, really want to be positive, and that's why you get the rant, because I'm going to be all smiles and positive at the other presentation. You know, there are these gaps, and why do women's bike not come in pretty colors? I mean, it doesn't need to be pink, but red would be nice, you know? Or how about just, you know, some panniers where you don't hit your heels? The famous rain gear thing. Because guess what? I don't fit any commercial rain gear, because I dare to be a size 14. That's the most common size in America in the moment. But I'm a size 14, and that is larger than a large and a regular women's rain gear in technical gear. And I want to gut every rep that comes into my business and tells me, it's like, oh yeah, we have like, you know, like where we're here, like where we're there. And you know, technical rain gear here, technical rain gear there. And it's like, so how large do you deliver? Are we going from an XXS to an L? Well, how large is your L? Well, I think on the size table comparable, it's about a size 10. Okay, please step away slowly towards the door, because I don't know how long I can retain myself. I mean, seriously, I'm wearing a rain cape, because that's like the only thing that fits comfortably over the sweater and over the warm gear that I need. And so I'm baffled, and I don't know, and perhaps you guys can help me out. So that's kind of sliding into the business pitch here. You kind of realize that? Okay. Okay, so this is the business pitch. I have a Facebook website, well, Facebook thingy-majing, because I think that there are a lot of really brilliant ideas out there. It's called What a Cyclist Needs. And I would like to gather all these ideas together and kind of actually make a really nice spreadsheet, because I'm a spreadsheet queen. So I want to do the spreadsheet and actually go to like some of the contacts I made over the years and hand it over to them and say, here, this is what cyclists really need. This is what they want. They want ankle bracelets, like things for your pants that actually fit fat women. Novel idea? Undoable? Did we send people to the moon? You know, things like that. So I would like to see that. And I would just like to bounce ideas out there. The other thing is really, it's like I'm thinking about my mutual fund and I'm looking at my statement and I'm thinking, I would really like to support bike things. So where the hell is the financial instrument that allows me to support Phil at Metrofeeds? Or that supports like Northbacks, or that supports like somebody who makes me a freaking rain jacket in an XXL. You know, that would be so totally awesome. So, and I think the pitch now, the pitch part comes. The pitch part behind is this, that I think we all need to talk to people more, have our own ideas, go to this weird Facebook thing that I have going on, and just think about what we really need as cyclists. And I mean, it's totally awesome if somebody goes 300 miles on a bike with a frost on his rain cap, but I would like to see that with kids, you know, on an exocycle, with a trailer, heated, something like that. And I think we can do that, but because we have enough brain cells, and yeah, I think that would be really awesome. And again, Facebook, What Cyclists Needs, and just go wild, because there will be the spreadsheet, and I will be in Washington, and there will be the non-cursing cleaned up version in a skirt in front of a lot of people. Yay!
Thank you so much for that. I hear it's a good time to visit Washington. The inauguration, Mr. Obama, the president, stepped out onto the bicycle lane, and that was pretty amazing. So, every year, there is a star that shines over the West Hills. I don't know if you saw it or not. It's a holy time. And it's the star of the Zoo Bombers for the mini bike winter. And they put on this event when you're all just sick of winter, like, rain again, rain again. And they're like, mini bikes again, chariot wars again, and they beat the crap out of each other in these metal beast contraptions attached to bikes. I could try to explain it to you. I could spend moments upon moments trying to explain.
Coming to you this February 2013, it's Mini Bike Winter 2. That's right, the event you love to hate is back, with more bone-crushing, spine-bending action than ever. Make sure to get in town early for such events such as Thursday night's Crap Night. We're gonna have button makers, pipe cleaners, and more glue than you can sniff in a week. Want to ride to some random bridge off 82nd? You are in luck, because the dropout ride is Friday night. Get drunk, get lost, and cry your way home. The next morning, you better bitch slap that hangover, because Saturday, it's Chariot Wars. If you're not there, you better be in jail. If you're in jail, break out. We're gonna have shit you can't believe, like Billy Bones with fireworks, some guy picking up a bridge, the Belligerantes, North Street Bike Club, Pavement Princesses, the Panda Bears, Jet Baby Bike Club, a bunch of randoms from LA you wish would go home, and Sam Adams' Little Darlings, the Zoo Bombers. Once everybody's done bellyaching about who won Chariot Wars, we're gonna have a big-ass party. What? This weekend isn't over yet? Meet at Colonel Sumner's around 11 a.m. More like 2. You're gonna find a bunch of idiots doing stupid shit on bikes for about 4 hours until they get too cold and go home. Do you want dysentery? Do you want staph? Do you want MRSA? Come on, come all down to the river for the Cupcake Challenge. Sunday's not over yet though. Come down to the city-funded Zoo Bomb Pile, head up on the max and ride down the hill. So make your way to Portland in February for Mini Bike Winter. Don't miss it.
Epic times to be had. Amen. Glorious be. If you want to get involved with the Zoo Bomb community, we encourage you to do that. Zoobomb.net, or you can also go onto the Facebooks if you're on the Facebooks and socialite like that, and just do a search for Mini Bike Winter. Okay, I can't do the voice thing, but you get the idea. Next up, we have Djinn doing a musical piece. And throwing it down to you, just slowing it down, just maybe a little bit, or is it fast? Is it fast or slow? I didn't get the prompt on this.
It's a mixture of both.
I like that. Mix it up. I'm all about mixing it up. All right.
Hi. How's everybody doing?
It's going to take me just 1 minute. I'll be ready in just a second. Thanks for coming out. I don't have anything to say about bikes. They're awesome. Bikes are awesome. That's all you have to say.
How long have you been playing for?
I've been playing violin for almost 7 years. Yeah.
They said play that play with, and I kind of dance and you play the violin and try to get money that way.
Nice. Nice. Where?
Just wherever we would go. Oh, sweet, you're doing it like a ninja. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Praise be. I was out of breath at the moment I heard the bits and pieces of that, and I thought it was going to end, but then it just continued on, and I was just like struggling to breathe. It was confounding and astounding. I think what we need to address here is that to get up here, you don't have to share something that says directly bicycle. I know this is coming from Bicycle Jesus, praise be. But you don't have to have a bicycle talent to come up here. But bicycles inspire us, they catch us, and they put us with fire. It was Albert Einstein that once said that he discovered his theory of relativity while riding a bicycle. It's bicycles that inspire us. They carry us, they carry our ideas forward. It doesn't mean that we're everything bicycle. It means perhaps everything is inspired by that simple device, the bicycle. Thank you. This next piece we have, it's a short from Kara. And I'd like just her to maybe share a little bit about it before we put it on the big screen. Would that be all right? All right.
Hi there. I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about the film. We're doing this primarily to reach the bike curious, so we're trying to reach folks who are on the fence about biking and maybe are new to it and want to learn more about it, are scared to try it themselves, but just need a good reason, and so that's really what this story is about. And Christina is also here, who is in the film. And we also have Kevin, who is the director of videography and our editor, and he's back there in the corner. And he has excellent training in bicycle videography, so if anyone has questions for him or has ideas for gigs, he's back there. But yeah, this story is just about us and trying out biking, so thanks.
I've been bike riding for about a year now. I decided to give up my car because I wanted to try something different. I knew that so many people in Portland were taking advantage of alternative modes of transportation, and I thought, if so many people can do this, I know I can do this too. So I sold my car knowing that it was going to be a huge challenge and a huge change and a huge adjustment, but I did it. I knew that if I was going to sell my car and I was going to try something different, I needed to make a project out of it, to involve other people, to hold myself accountable, and to make it fun. Bike Love is about the adventure. It's about trying something new, and it's about connecting with others in that process. So today is December 1st, 2012. It's been exactly a year since I gave up my car and began bike commuting and taking the bus and just living without a car, which has been incredibly different from my previous life. It's been really difficult. It's been a huge change. And as much as I'm excited about it and I'm continuing to live without a car for the next few months at least, I will admit that this has been a huge challenge for me.
We're not growing, we are staying the same, so I will welcome the change and stretch myself day to day. We're entitled to change.
in an eco-village or an intentional community in Portland in Southeast, and I live there with 12 other people, and I'd say for those 12 people we have one person with a vehicle that actually owns a vehicle, and so for the 12 of us we have one bicycle rack that is constantly filled, and we take up one parking spot. One of the best ways to get people out of their cars and onto their bikes or onto public transit is creating the infrastructure for it.
Right now it's the winter season. This week it's been in the 40s and raining and pretty cold.
It's a long winter night and I'm lost in a dream of valleys and oceans of green. Sleep as long as you can, dream that cold world away. Sit and we wish and pray for the light. Sit and we wish and pray for the light.
What I've noticed in the winter time is that there are people who ride their bikes day in and day out, and that's what they do. And they have the gear, the perseverance to do it, and I have to wonder, am I one of those people? One of the scariest things that ever happened to me riding a bike was on my way home. I thought I was going to be hit. I didn't have a helmet on. I had given it to my friend, and it was terrifying. Will I do this for the rest of my life? I don't know that for certain right now. That's my honest answer.
And I long for the light.
Lovely piece. So we're going to hear a little bit from Scott with American Walks and have his presentation bit and piece. You want to come up here, Scott? Very important. Fuel for the cyclists.
Jesus, Bike Jesus. Is it okay to have Jews on the stage? Tall Bike Jesus?
Just juice.
Juice, okay. It's been a couple years. Yeah, give some juice up for Tall Bike Jesus. Woo! So it's been a while actually since I've been on CrankMyChain. Actually, maybe I'll talk about biking first for a second, because the first time I was here and I met Sky, I was with a rancher from Eastern Oregon who lives south of Heppner. Actually, Dan went with me on a trip to go visit his ranch. Trail Ranches. There's a picture of Dan with two, what were they, Dan? Pheasants. Two pheasants that he was holding up on the side of the road. We were cruising around Eastern Oregon, and there are two pheasants on the side of the road, and Dan decides to stop and pick them up, and God damn it, I'm gonna pick up some pheasants on the side of the road. But so this guy owns a hunting ranch that you guys are gonna really love this, and it's kind of vegan Portland style. That you basically, I mean, imagine having, no, I'm not gonna go there. You raise pheasants and then you shoot them. But he also wants to open up this incredible bicycle ranch in the off season. Now, when you have a rancher from Eastern Oregon who knows everyone, writing emails to like the county road department that he wants the roads to be safe for cycling because he sees the potential for us to all come out and visit his ranch and sit in his hot tub under like the stars, that's about the most powerful advocacy you can do. So I just want to say, and thank you, Sky, for hosting us that day, because he learned a ton. We learned about randoneering here. That was like the big thing, because he has all these crazy rocky roads out there. And Dan and I went on the Bone Shaker Breaker ride, the stagecoach. Anyway, but after getting fired from bicycle advocacy, I decided that bicycling sucked. And I decided to say, fuck, sorry, that's on video. Is that okay?
We're uncensored here.
We're uncensored, okay. No, so I decided that, you know, it's like, if you want to be a real man or woman, get off that technology, the computer and the iPhone and the car and even the bicycle, and just get out there and walk. You know, if you really want to be tough and get down to the roots, take off your shoes and just walk. No, but I'm working to lead a multi-sector national walking movement. It's actually been really fun and working on it for 3 years, and we're hiring. If anyone knows a really great national coalition director, I'm based in Portland. We have people in DC, and so anyway, it's on our website, americawalks.org, so I thought I'd put it out there. It's a really great job if you want to work for americawalks.org. The coalition is called the Everybody Walk Collaborative, and we're hiring a director level position for that. It's going to be pretty exciting. Yeah, so we work with a variety of different groups, and so we're trying to get people. I was riding to a Passover Seder one night on my bicycle, and there were people walking around the block with a freaking cross. And I was like, what the hell is this? I mean, what in Jesus are they doing? What were they doing? So I stopped and, I was like, this would be perfect for a story. I was like, this is America Walks. Like, why do you walk? And so these people were walking for God. I guess it was Good Friday. Is that what you do? You walk around the block on Good Friday? Palm Sunday? No, it was a Friday. Ash Wednesday, maybe. Yeah. Right. So whatever. But but there's a lot of different reasons to walk, just like there are reasons to bike. I actually had a question. For the National Bike Summit presenter. What's your name again? Martina. Have extra cycles been good for women? Maybe you could answer that when you come up to the mic. But I rode an extra cycle up here, and it was actually my wife's bike, and the seat is cranked up, and I just wondered because if that was some technology that's helped, because you can get a small frame and attach it to the extra cycle. But so anyway, I encourage you, as well as loving bicycles, to think about walking. And the thing that I love, or pairing bicycling and walking. So bike corrals, for example, on-street bike corrals are also really great for pedestrian safety because they're at the corner. Now I know you hate to walk from the corner to the door, but if we centralized all of our bike parking on the corner, it would actually be safer to cross the street, and it would be visible to the whole neighborhood, and yeah, you would have to walk. Yeah, I hate walking. God damn it. I actually heard of a healthcare company that built a downtown facility, and their parking garage is 2 blocks away, and they shuttle people between the freaking health facility and what? Are you, obesity based on lack of physical activity is one of the drivers of the reason why people like us are not going to have freaking health insurance when we retire. Or if you are retired, screw you, because I'm paying a ton of money into you, and I'm nervous about not having health insurance when I'm over 65. So that's it. Consider looking up and walking stuff. Check out if you know someone who's really great. We'd love to hire a really great person, and also bicycle all around the state as well as in Portland, because it's a beautiful place to do it. Thanks.
This reminds me of a time I had this friend named Zed, who seems to be an alternate identity to Tall by Jesus. And Zed wanted to ride in a marathon, and he talked to his buddies about it that rode bicycles, and one of my buddies had said, well, Zed's buddies, see, I'm getting confused about my alter identities, excuse me. Zed's buddy said, I get winded when I walk to the mailbox. You're gonna run 24.6 miles or whatever. It's like, you're crazy. So on mile 22, they had a tall bike for me, and they're like, here, finish it. Finish the race. Come on, you want to do it. It was really tempting. I encourage people to walk when they haven't drank way too much. We call this program the push pedal program. And it's taking the bicycle back to its roots when you would push your bicycle and it didn't have any pedals. So basically you just get off your bicycle and you push it home because you're too drunk to walk, to just ride that. Or you do it till you get sobered up. All right, so the next part of our section here, I got maybe something going on here. Huh? What? Mr. DK in the house? Original. Oh, okay. We got some events going on. So, on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, there's the pedal bike tours, noontime fitness rides around the waterfront. And on Friday, this is a favorite for Tall Bike Jesus, It's the North Freak Ride at Irving Park. Now, you don't have to have a freak bike to ride on this ride. You could just be kind of freaky. They like both kinds of people. And then on Saturday, there's Bikes for Humanity volunteer repair clinics at the Community Exchange. Starting at 10 a.m., going to 2 p.m., 7 to 10 on every Saturday, and then 7 to 10 Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I'm not expecting you to remember all these times, especially if you're going to be push pedaling home tonight. So most of these events are listed on Shift to Bikes, I do imagine. And if they're not, you should be putting them on Shift to Bikes because it's a pretty amazing space. Saturday noon, we got a bicycle, Move by Bike. And we're going to be moving stuff by bicycle because that's what we do here in Portland. We don't get moving haul trucks. We get cargo things like this long, and we're like, you can carry a piano on these things, and we move houses and things with them because bicycles are that amazing. And then on Sunday, this is also a favorite of Tall Bike Jesus and Zed and all my other personal identities that I'm going to bring out. Bike polo. Bike polo, 2 p.m. every Sunday, Alberta Park. It's rated PG-13 for profanity, violence, sexuality, and gratuitous fun. Is there an R version? There are versions here. You just haven't gotten to that point. We're going to become all comfortable friends, and by about the middle of June, we're all going to get naked, and we're going to have a show here, so don't you worry. They call it the World Naked Bike Ride. Yeah. So the next portion of our segment, we would like you to stay around for. We're going to be shaking our booties and jamming our instruments, and we are going to be performing musically here at the Velocult. We'd love to keep you around and come jam with us. If you have an instrument, if you have a talent, then by all means, come jam. One more? We have a hidden performer, secret portion of it, coming up. We got one more. All right. Are you the hidden performer? Yeah. All right. You have been revealed, sir.
Hello. I go by the Jolly Dodger. I moved up here from Louisiana in 1998. I'm a messenger by trade. A biker being a friend you just never met. With each loss, an avalanche ever larger still grows, waiting for hell to freeze over or the healing to set.
Thank you. I'm not sure if I should begin now, or are we? All right. Since the slideshow and the song and the measure of it was about ghost bikes, I wanted to share my own experience with that. In Salt Lake City, we had a couple people that were hit by automobiles, and we didn't think a ghost bike was going to last in Salt Lake City because the city's not very bicycle friendly, generally speaking. There's certain factors of it that are really friendly, but there's factors that just really do not like cycling. I once went into the tourist industry, and the guy was like, "There's all these cyclists in the street, and they have all their play," just went on and on. So that's kind of the temperament of the place. And so we said to ourselves, we're going to have a ghost bike because all these other cities are having representations, and we need to remember what happened here. We need to remember what happened here. So we spray painted this bicycle. It was just like an afternoon. We chained it up, and we didn't really have anything to put it together, so we locked it with a chain ring, like a chain lock. So we just put the chains together and then get a chain tool and put it together, and that was our lock for it, was a chain tool. And we figured the only person that was going to probably be able to take this off was a bicyclist. And that would be a real dick of a bicyclist to have a chain tool to remove this ghost bike. So it ended up lasting a year. It was great. And it was inspiration for the entire community. That's kind of my little story. So has anybody gone into the back there with the photo booth yet? With the sign? Because we're still There's props for you. And it even has this like little cheesy thing that says, "We're gonna take your picture." It's like Mickey Mouse taking your picture. And the sign's back there too. Somewhere, the live sign. Can I get the live sign to show somebody? Who wants to take their picture with Tall Bike Jesus? Anybody? Anybody willing to take their picture with Tall Bike Jesus? No? Man, you guys haven't been drinking enough. You aren't seeing Jesus. You need to drink some more so you see Jesus. This dark booth with Tall Bike Jesus is very alluring. DK, will you take my picture with me? Fuck yeah! Let's go. We're going to the phone booth. Here we go.
Thank you, Tall Bike Jesus. Of course, I'd love to take a picture with you. Watch that pump. We're gonna go take our picture while we get another guitar player up here, and we're gonna have a jam session, and tonight we're going to jam during the jam session. Now that's just a few minutes away, so grab a beer, we'll be right there.
What'd you bring tonight, Rob? Bass, guitar? Guitar. Guitar's cool. Is there a power chord? I've got one over on this side. Digital pickup for old digital. Scott down there tonight. Oh, okay, yeah. So digital modeling, the whole thing, synth tones. Nice. What's your name? Robert. Robert? Yeah. We've met before. Have we played? Oh, yeah, you play trumpet. Yeah, totally. Yeah. I get an extra mouthpiece too. Nice. This is Sean. Hey, you doing, man?
Up their bikes and they started riding. They left before the sun came up that day. They just hello, it's a lot better. Packed up their bikes, it's a lot better, and they started riding. They left before the sun came up that day. An exit to eternal summer slacking. But where were they going without ever knowing the way? They drink up the wine, and they started talking. They now had more important things to say. And when the bikes broke down, they started walking. But where were they going without ever knowing the way? And anyone can see the road that they rode on is paved in gold. And it's always summer, they'll never behind them. They left before the sun came up that day. They just rode off and left it all behind them. But where were they going without ever knowing the way? And anyone can see the road that they rode on is paved in gold. And it's always summer, they'll never get cold. They're happier there today. And you can see the shadows wandering up somewhere. They won't make it home, but they really don't care. They wanted the bike lane, they're happier there today.
I want to make sure, thank you, and what a great jam everybody's coming up is, but I want to make sure everybody wants to play, can play. We've got, as you can see, lots of instruments. So if you want to play a certain instrument, guitar, for example, singing.
America's drums. America's drums.
Breaker. America Walk, and always pull out some Johnny Cash.
I'm not sure if I'm really ready to play.
Especially when you just want some Johnny
That one? Sure. Okay. Alright. Yeah, we'll share this mic here. By special request from Jesus Christ. Tell by Jesus Christ, that is.
Love is a burning thing. Makes a fiery ring. Bound in wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring.
got to step off the stage for like 2 minutes because somebody went out the door that I had to meet, actually. So I'm going to go say hello to them real quick. And hey, this is all coming together, the jam session, everything. Right on.
Nice job, you guys.
Thanks for everybody who came down and presented. Everybody's coming and just sharing this with us. This is awesome.
courage, maybe still working on looking for courage. No sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and she's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away, wonder this time where she's gone. Wonder if she's gone to stay. No sunshine when she's gone. This house just ain't no home. Anytime she goes away.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. No darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. This house just ain't no home anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away. Ain't no sunshine, ain't no sunshine.
Scott wants to do the
Oh, nice.
Sweet, man. Yeah. So we gotta give him a cane roll. We did that. Thank you. No, he's gonna we'll back him up. It's pretty straightforward. It's like it's like D and G.
America walks. America walks. America walks. America walks. America talks. But does America walk the walk? America walks. Does America talk? Does America walk the talk?
It's a very small stage.
You're gonna help me out? Yeah, I gotta take my mic head off for this one.
Say something funny.
That was funny. No, if you like, if you walk into the room and you've been a bike advocate for 15 years, it's like, I'm taking my bike head off for this meeting. I'm just gonna work on pedestrian advocacy. It's E. Yeah. All right. That's it. Don't expect me to ride in that SUV.
Okay, that's about our show right there.
Yeah.
Woo! Thanks for everybody came down. Thanks for the baby who came down. Yeah, that's awesome. Woo! Sweet. You liked it, huh? Right on. Well, we got a future bike rider there. All right, Open Bike, we will be back next Wednesday night. And we also broadcast on the internets. And we'll be doing that too. So, see you next week. Out.
Yeah. I was trying to make up bikes.